Hey guys, Mrs. Dan's here. So today I'm just going to review with you about shifting of functions. We've done it already, but we're just going to make sure you remember everything so that you're prepared for your test. So on the do now, we have to graph this absolute value function. Remember, this actually means that it shifts one unit to the left. If there was anything added on here, that would shift it up or down. And if there was a coefficient in front of the absolute value of x, then that would make it like more narrow or wide. But right now we know that the vertex is at -1, 0. And the rate of change on each side is 1. So up 1 over 1. Sorry, it's hard to write with this pen. And this is what f of x is. Now they're asking me to shift f of x 3 units to the right. So from where it is, if I go 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, everything else stays the same. So the rate of change on each side is still 1 over 1. And they asked us to label it g of x. So that's like review of our shifting of absolute value functions. All functions actually shift the same way. So it says down here that we call it transforming. To transform means to change. And in a do now, g of x really was function f, but 3 to the right. So remember, our right-left shifts are something inside parentheses, where our up-down shifts would be something added outside parentheses. And if there was something multiplied in front, that would make it more narrow or wide. So it does ask us to graph function h of x, or the graph, the graph is already there of h of x. And on the same set of axes, we've got a graph j of x, k of x, and d of x. And it talks about all of our different shifts. So this one would shift it 4 down because it's outside of the parentheses. I'm just going to scroll this a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And this rate of change was up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So this is going to stay the same, up 1 over 2. So I'm really just trying to pay attention to the shifts and where the number is added. Inside parentheses are right-left shifts. Added outside parentheses are up-down shifts. Multiply is narrow or wide. So this would be j of x. And now let's do k. Since this is inside parentheses, it would go to right. This was 4 down. I'm just going to pick a different color. 2 to the right. And it's affecting function h. So I'm going back to this function, and it goes 2 to the right. And its rate of change is still up 1 over 2. Just going to erase that. And this is k of x. And then finally, d of x. This is like a -1. So what it does is it flips it over the x-axis. So it would start here and go down 1 over 1. And this is d of x. So a negative flips it over the x-axis, right? It makes it open down instead of opening up. And then outside parentheses, up down shifts, inside parentheses, right left shifts. The inside parentheses always shifts the opposite way than you would think. And this is just a summary of it, right? So this would be an up down shift. This would be a right left shift, and then this, not only if it's negative, sure, it flips it over the x-axis, but if it's kind of like the rate of change of the function. So if it's greater than 1, it would be more narrow, and if it's between 0 and 1, it would be wider. And then if it's negative, it reflects over the x-axis. And now you're just going to work on delta. So remember, delta has videos too. If you need some help on something, it will help you review for your test already. And hopefully I see you soon. Okay, see ya. Bye.